That's right, guys, the Prem's back. So the Prem's back, and let's talk about the team that we think is going to win the Prem.
Chelsea.
Is Chelsea. Everyone's saying Chelsea, Chelsea, Chelsea. Now, I'm a bit controversial on this.
Just say it.
I'll just
throw it out there. Just give it to them.
Alright, well, basically, it happens every season. One team's doing well, and everyone says they're going to win the Prem. It's not even Christmas yet. All it takes is for a couple of key players to get injured, and then everything can twist around. When have you ever seen a Prem season without twists?
Well, you think Costa's going to get injured, don't you?
I think Costa's going to get injured.
A big injury.
And then they're going to rely on Drogba or Remy, who are both good players, but they're not Diego Costa.
Yeah, for me, I know what you're saying, but I think Chelsea, all around, they're such a good team this season. They're playing some amazing football, and I can't see him being stopped by anyone.
There's something I wanted to bring up, okay? And I think this is key.
It's not your tweet about Welbeck scoring, is it?
No.
Because that would be a bit awkward.
He let me down, by the way. The morning of the Man U Arsenal game, I've tweeted out, I wonder if Danny Welbeck knows he's going to score today.
They know what you tweeted out, mate.
Alright, this is what I think the whole Premiership has hinged on so far this season. It ain't Diego Costa, it is this. Now, see if you can guess who this is. I do feel that I have unfinished business in the Premier League, and now is the right time for me to return. Yes, everyone knows that Arsenal had the first option to sign me. They decided not to take this option, and therefore it wasn't meant to be. I wish them well in the future. I considered all the offers very carefully, and I firmly believe that Chelsea is the best choice for me. They match my footballing ambitions with their hunger and desire to win trophies.
Now, if you can't guess who that is, you need to look in the mirror and ask yourself a couple of questions.
Check yourself before you wreck yourself.
Because, I mean, I've been a fan of Drogba since day one.
That's good, that's good, that's good. But Bill, you see my point? Like,
yeah.
Arsene Wenger had first option to buy Cesc Fàbregas, and for some reason he chose not to.
Well, I put this out there to Arsenal fans, and they were saying to me about paying him the fee that he wanted, the wages he wanted, and that the club's going forward and not backwards. And I don't care who you are, what team you are, whether you're going forward or backwards, if you've got the option to sign Cesc Fàbregas back, pay him whatever he wants, and push to challenge for the league, you know, that top spot.
Yeah.
Players like him, you need in your squad and in your side, mate.
100%. He's just clearing up. He's by far the best midfielder in the Premier League right now. And you know what? That's when it comes down to Arsene Wenger's stinginess costing us trophies.
While we're on the subject of Chelsea and Costa, have you got Costa in your fantasy football league?
Have I got Chelsea? Sorry.
Have you?
Sorry.
What about Costa? Have I got Chelsea? Have I got Chelsea?
Have I got Costa in my fantasy? Of course I have.
Have you got Costa in your fantasy football league? Of course I've got Chelsea. So you've got him in your fantasy football league?
Yeah.
So have I.
Yeah.
Now, I haven't checked my fantasy football league or our fantasy football league in a couple of weeks, a good few weeks.
Okay.
So let's go into it. Who's top of the league? Who's bottom of the league? And where am I versus you, brother? Right then, let's get down to business. Jezza, your team sits in 452nd place.
Get in there. That's not bad. That's not bad.
What do you mean that's not bad?
Well, I started off at about 640, so
yeah.
I'm working my way up the table.
Well,
where are you? How much below me are you? Go on.
How much below you?
Yeah, how much below me?
Well, if you go up about 46 places, you might see my name floating about.
No!
408th, yeah. So, yeah.
Wait, let me see it. I need proof.
Bang.
Ah, yeah,
Bang.
it is, yeah.
So, just take a little butchers at my team. And now take a look at Jezza's.
So you guys can see where I'm going with that. You can see, you can see where I'm going with it. It's just certain players have got to hit form and come in and do me justice.
Yeah.
Who's top of the league anyway? Let's have a little look at who's
I know
top.
what you mean. Like,
we
should start.
Bertrand, you've been updating it. You've been updating it, Bertrand. Since when do you put Bertrand in your fantasy?
I might use one or two wild cards during my time. Well, listen, if you want to play the game, you've got to play the game.
All right. You waiting.
So it's on. Right, let's go. Let's head over to top of the league anyway. Let's go back into the league table. So, top of the Ballers League is Belo Horizonte.
Belo Horizonte.
Total points, 763. That's good going, Jez. That is actually good going.
I'm hating on him a bit because that's where I want to be.
Guys, if you want to enter this league, here's the code just below here. Don't forget you can enter it. There's hundreds of teams. I want to see who's bottom of the league because there's so many teams here. If you're bottom, you are truly struggling.
No.
Calls
How many points is he on?
Calls himself Eden Hazard. He's got 11 points.
Oh, no.
He goes by the name of the serial killers. Listen, mate, you ain't having your special K for breakfast, are ya? So, serial killers, you are bottom of the league, and from looking at this, it's clear to see why, unfortunately. I'm sorry, but sometimes you've got to just own up to it. Out of 550 people, you are bottom. That's why. That's a bit harsh. And if you're an avid follower and fan, you follow us, we do apologise. We're hoping you don't watch the show.
But you're still bottom. Out of 550.
Spurs nicked a result.
I'm a Spurs fan now. I was waiting for it.
No, I am actually a Spurs fan.
Go on.
So, I was actually gutted again. Every result we get is kind of like safety and security for the manager, and I'm not happy about that.
Because you want him gone.
I want him gone.
Whole City, 10 men.
10 men, whole City.
Scrape to win.
You look, Livermore, Dawson, Huddleston, they play better than our players in my opinion. They want it more, they're fighters. Our team are pushovers, they've got no fight, they've got no sort of belief in themselves. They're good on the ball, they can play some good football. Don't get me wrong, but no, I'm not having it, mate. I want the manager out. O-U-T, get out and walk out of White Hart Lane. Get on the 279. I watched Crystal Palace game. It was a really good game.
They've got fight in them.
They've all got fight. They've got belief. Do you know what? Belief is one of the most important things, like confidence and belief. If you're playing a football match and you believe that no matter what happens, you can dig a result out, that'll see you through sometimes. Yeah. It did for them. I mean, if you take Dwight Gale, for example, like, he is a small guy. Yeah, but he knows how to use his strength and his body. The amount of headers he won and fighting for the ball to win, like, second balls and challenging for things. Even if he ain't going to win it, he still makes it a menace. And that's what won the free kick against Skirtle. He scored a goal from it. So that's, for me, what Spurs are lacking is that sort of, I don't know if it's belief or desire. I'll put it down to probably desire. Spurs players haven't really got that. They haven't.
Speaking of Liverpool, we've got to do a shout out to our boy Danny Sturridge. Get well soon, mate. I mean, he's down. He's down at the moment. Down.
That must be a killer.
You know what? You'll come back. You'll be bigger. You'll be stronger. And it just goes to show how much Liverpool miss you because they're struggling without you, brother.
They're struggling. Arsenal v Man U.
Is there anyone who's surprised? Anyone?
Wenger?
Possibly. He's possibly the only one. Since when do Arsenal ever play against one of the big sides and win? Doesn't happen. Doesn't happen. And to be honest, I'm at the end of my tether.
You're at the end of it?
I'm at the end of my tether with it. Because it's all well and good beating the whole city. But when it comes to the big sides, you need to get results. And there's something where Arsene Wenger can't step up. He can't produce in the big games.
But hang on a minute, right?
I do blame the manager. I do.
So Arsenal fans, this is a question now to you guys because it goes in circles with you. It seems like to me that with Arsenal Football Club, it goes in circles. Like it's all about get Arsene Wenger out, get Arsene, his ambition's gone, and then he buys a couple of players and does all right, and then everyone's like behind the manager. Then he loses a couple of results, team dip in form a little bit, which naturally happens. It's happened to Man City and everyone apart from Chelsea, and then it's Wenger out again. So what is the issue with you guys? What is the issue? Is it Wenger? Do you want him out? If so, who could replace him?
I'll tell you what the issue is. I'll tell you exactly what the issue is with Wenger. Is we are always one or two world-class players short of being title contenders, being able to do well in the Champions League, and he's got the money there, but for some reason he chooses to be stingy.
Welbeck might turn into, like, I know we slaughtered him a couple of weeks ago, but he could turn into be a world-class striker. Very much doubt it. But
he's a handful. I know what you're saying. He's a handful, and he's a good player, but he's never going to be Sergio Aguero.
So you're saying that Arsene Wenger isn't putting his money where his mouth is. You don't want players like Welbeck with potential to turn in someone. You want that.
I want Sergio Aguero.
Well, you wanted Ozil. Were you happy with that?
Oh, to be fair to Wenger, no one could have predicted Ozil was going to turn up and just be a totally rubbish player compared to what he is. You can't predict that. He's a World Cup winner. You know, he's top boy in the Germany side. You can't predict he's going to come to your club and be a nobody. Newcastle.
Newcastle done it again.
Done it again.
1-0, 3 points. That's 6 wins on the spin.
6 wins on a spin. Pardew, back in the game.
Burnley have only gone and pushed out a result against Stoke.
That's a good result for Burnley, and I'll tell you what, come the end of the season, down the bottom there, it is going to be so tight to who gets relegated. I'm talking about goal difference.
Mate.
I guarantee you, there's going to be like 6 or 7 teams all within that relegation battle, that fight, and it's going to be so tight at the bottom.
It's going to be tighter than Arsene Wenger's sphincter. when Di Maria went through on goal.
Yeah, that must have been pretty tight. I don't know if it's going to be that tight.
Mate,
I mean,
that's a different level of tightness.
That's watertight, mate. Right then, you rascals send in the techers and us rascals feature them. I'm going to leave this one to you, Jez. It's a slaughter section.
Arsenal have not beaten Man United in 1,302 days. They haven't beat Chelsea in 1,122 days. And they ain't beat Man City in 838 days. No surprise, yet again, when it comes to playing the big teams, we get embarrassed, okay? Some of the things that happened in that game, Di Maria having a whole half to himself. Have the half, mate. Right on the keeper. Yeah, he missed. But Arsene Wenger didn't know that. Mertesacker, what are you doing? You're not a right winger, okay? If you're going to go out to the right wing, get yourself back. He just stood out there.
Finish him.
If Wayne Rooney and Di Maria, two of the most prolific attacking players in the Prem, are running for a goal, you do not, under any circumstances, jog back casually. It's embarrassing. As an Arsenal fan, I felt truly embarrassed. I was not surprised one bit. I don't care about possession. I don't care about keeping the ball and losing games, alright? It's time that things change. We need results. Arsene Wenger, it's time for you to go. Thanks for saving up the money. We need to bring someone in who knows how to spend it. Too steep.
So that was Jez taking Wenger to the cleaners. Now, what I want to know from you guys is, if Wenger was to leave or get sacked, who would be the best replacement for him? Put it in the comment section below and let's see what you think. Who would be the best manager to replace Arsene Wenger?
Your belly rumbling.
It's lunchtime, bro. On that note, belly's rumbling, apple's crumbling downstairs, he's been stumbling. I'm not fumbling. It's a football fix in the mix. See you next week for Pick and Mix.